sun is high on another scorching day, somewhere near yet far from Micanopy, Florida. The cicadas chime, and swooping herons lead young Zeke to the bullfrogs he so covets.
Aha! Gotcha!
Always a successful hunter, Zeke often had his eyes peeled for any and everything he might be able to make use of in the creation or modification of some new project. Today was just one of those lucky days.
Dang it, if that ain't what I think it is.
Zeke was right. Abandoned among the reeds and vines was an old and overgrown hoverboat.
Huh. Wonder if this thing's got any juice. Yowzer, plenty of juice. It seems to want to float. I just gotta lose these vines. Let me just move this over. No way! Let's see what this thing can do.
The hoverboat lurches from its muddy seat and begins to pick up speed. Cattails battering the side of the craft faster and faster. Bugs now pelting Zeke's face. In fact, he must have mistaken the shape in his periphery for just another black fly, because the hound nearly caught him undetected.
Whoa! Whoa!
Zeke! Dang it, boy, stop!
Whether it was for fear of his father's fury or a curiosity towards the lightning-fast creature that pursued him, Zeke attempted to halt the craft with a sudden 180-degree turn. Unsuccessful, Zeke begins to pull himself from the sagebrush that caught his sudden launch through the air. Before he could free himself, a wet tongue frantically lapped at his face.
Hey, buddy! Who are you?
Ezekiel! Dang, Smokey, pile of junk!
His name's Smokey?
What? No! I ain't named him yet, son. I reckon you can do that, so long as it's respectful.
Name him?
Yes, sir. It's about time you learn some responsibility. This here mutt is yours to care for now. Should help the move go over easier for you.
Oh, no. Smokey's great. I like Smoke. Wait, did you say move?
We're going to Oregon, son. I'm sorry to drop it on you like this.
Oh, no, Daddy, but that ain't fair. We can't go. Please.
Son, I know it ain't fair, but it's happening. Actually, it's happening later today. Truck's almost packed.
Today?
Well, I tried to tell you this morning, but as usual, you disappeared as soon as you guzzled your OJ.
That's not fair, Daddy.
I hear Oregon is pretty nice this time of year.
Zeke's father hadn't been the type to up and leave his life like this. But since his mother's passing, he'd begun to change. He now moved urgently, anxiously.
Come on, Ezekiel. Smokey has a spot in the back.
Zeke tensed at the hard-driving metal music that now played through the old truck's speakers. He often snuck into his father's ride to listen to the forbidden stations that his father despised. This time, he must have forgotten to change the channel back. Trying his best not to flinch, Zeke stared straight through the windshield, fighting back a grin. This was far from the usual verbal barrage he'd expected. For the first time ever, his father tolerated his worldly taste in music and let the quiet rock roll along with them on the highway for quite some time. Zeke began to enjoy the countryside as their journey took them across the country. If his father was anything, it was stubborn. This manifested in endless, uninterrupted driving. Bladder training, his father even joked. This made for a surprise when on a dusty Texas road, his father stopped. Only long enough to retrieve an old rancher's hat from a signpost. He patiently walked back to the truck and placed the smelly relic on Smokey's head. Without a word, they were back on the long road to Harriot, Oregon.
We're here, son.
Well, that took us forever. Yeah, I wonder what this place is gonna be like.
As time passed, Zeke struggled to find any semblance of home, and only weeks before school was set to begin, his closest friend was a rather gruff neighbor.
Hey, Buck!
Protruding from deep beneath a sleek, retro yet sincerely worn Hovcar, a pair of greasy coverall-clad legs.
What you working on? Hey, yo, Buck! Hey! Hey!
Hey, what's up, little man? Just working on the old classic here. You have time to lend a hand and an eye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could take a gander at this.
A Walkman? Cool. What's wrong with it?
Have a look-see.
It's definitely got juice.
Well, what you see?
I used to have one of these. See that reader there? It's just knocked loose. Try that. Actually, hang on a sec. You've got two problems. First, these things are cooked.
Buck!
Relax. I'll be right back with the solution. And problem number 2. Here, I threw out your headphones. They were broken, but these should work fine.
Whoa, this right here is sick.
Keep it.
You sure?
No sweat, kid. You heading into town or something?
Yeah, I might check out the arcade and, Smokey and I, we might get some jerky for him.
Heck, I've got a couple of bucks. Take these and try break my Donkey Kong record, why don't you?
Oh gosh, thanks, Buck. You really made my night.
Have fun, and get something for old Smokey.
Zeke and Smokey make their way along the single road that connects suburbia with the downtown and all its fun. Dividing the two sides of Harriet were vast grazing fields, home to the bisons of Henderson Ranch. The ride was long, and anyone who had to do it on foot or bike dreamed of bravery and a daring attempt to cross what the kids at school called the graveyard. However, it had that name for a reason, and the long journey, to most kids, was more survivable. With his new tunes, however, Zeke was enjoying the ride.
Watch this, Smokey! Almost there, Smokey. Okay, Smokey, you can come in, but stick right with me. Howdy, Mr. Sam.
Hey, Zeke. I thought I might see you and Smokey around here soon. Yeah. Of course. Who's a good boy?
Me and Smokey here are heading over to the arcade. And he always has to have his favorite.
I got it right here. But, I want to struck a deal with you. Hear me out.
I have a bunch of quarters.
No, you can keep those. I know you're a handy fella, and if you can get this cash register unjammed for me, I'll give you some smoky jerky, premium stuff on the house today.
Oh yeah, let me take a look.
Zeke pulls a knife from his sock.
Wow, ain't that pretty fast? Well, deal's a deal.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Sam.
You know, if you're ever looking for a job, little buddy, I got some other doodads and doohickeys that are working very well too. You know, you might want to take a look at them.
Some pocket change would be nice.
Hey, just think it over. I'll even throw in some jerky for you. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. What do you think, all right?
I think he likes the sound of that.
All right, you two stay out of trouble. I don't want to be reading about nothing, no newspaper about you two.
Always do, Mr. Sam. Thank you kindly. You hear that, Smokey? A job offer. Let's just lock up the back and check out the arcade. We can even go through the theater. All right, stay close now.
Excuse me, you can't bring that thing in here.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Leave him outside?
Exactly.
Let's go, Smokey. You're a good boy. Just wait right here. I'll be back. I won't be long. Here, last piece.
Entering for the second time was less joyous for Zeke. Instead, his usually wandering eyes missed the bustling scene he now avoided.
As swiftly as possible, he found himself in front of a game that felt a little like home.
Get ready.
Hell yeah, Mortal Kombat.
He turned up his new cassette and quickly began playing through Buck's spare change.
Fatality. Finish him.
All right, time's up, buddy.
You got a problem?
Yeah? You've been hogging the game. It's our turn now.
So what? I was winning.
Yeah? Tough luck.
No way, I'm not done.
The much larger kid's jacket emblazoned 1987 CVH Cougars now loomed over Zeke's face as he found himself on his back.
Oh yeah? You are now.
Come on, Smokey, let's go. Well, that place stinks. Smokey? Smokey!
Smokey was nowhere to be found, and in front of Zeke, the usually bustling square lay silent and motionless.
Smokey! Come on, Smoke!
The dog's cry was faint against the now present washing of the tide that Zeke only just noticed.
Where did he get to now?
It wouldn't be the first time that Smokey had stumbled into some mischief.
Here, boy. Come here.
Zeke followed his ears around the well-lit face of the arcade, slipping into the dark laneway inhabited only by trash cans and cigarette butts. He'd never been back here before. Sure, it was dirty, but the view was something else. In front of him, a harsh beach of jagged stone descended steeply to the water, where he heard the waves coming home.
Ah, there you are, Smokey. Get on up here. What is it, Smokey? Did you find something?
Slowly, Zeke begins to navigate the tricky terrain and make his way to the water where Smokey is tugging at something and whining.
Hey, bud. What'd you find?
Zeke stopped dead in his tracks. He couldn't believe his eyes. A girl, barely older than him, lay limp and half submerged in the icy waters.
Oh my... Help me pull her up, Smokey!
Together, Smokey and Zeke heaved and pulled until the girl was free of the water, turning her on her stomach. The girl was pale and cold, her hair plastered to her face with seaweed and brine.
She's breathing!
Hi, Zeke.
Zeke stared now into the barely open eyes that called him by name. He'd never seen this girl in his life.
I think she needs help. Quick! Help! Help! It's no use. The waves are too loud. Stay here, Smoke. I gotta go get someone. They have those guards watching the bridge at all times. Those guys are dicks, but they have to help.
High overhead, the fog faintly illuminated the fading lights that ran along the underbelly of the Grand Halston Bridge. Months ago, it was suddenly closed without warning and was put under extreme surveillance.
Hey!
Hey, what the hell?
Quick, down here!
Wait, look, down there. Check it out.
Do you see him?
Hey! Over here! Hurry up!
Let's go check it out. Oh my god. Call an ambulance. There's someone here. Quick, where'd that kid go?
Damn, I didn't even get a look at him.
Did you hear that, Smoke? She knew my name. I know, Smokey, but I'm sorry, we can't go back. We gotta go home now, quick. Just keep up with me, buddy.
Making excellent time, Zeke and Smokey distanced themselves from the sirens filling downtown.
What is it, Smoke? What'd you see?
More than halfway home, Ezekiel now found himself standing in the dark, Smokey rigid at his side. His ears now pinned back, baring his teeth at something in the distance.
Relax, buddy. It's just the venting stacks.
3 venting towers stood resembling monolithic islands in the sea of grass, a constant presence on the horizon. Typically nothing more than black shapes in a dark night. The stacks would have gone unnoticed if not for the flinching light of headlamps illuminating the mouth of the 3rd tower.
Shh, what's going on, Smoke?
Though distant, Zeke sees the figures atop the stack moving methodically now, conjuring a chain of green-blue light from a bag and dropping it swiftly into the vent's mouth.
Well, that's weird. I ain't never seen...
The ground beneath their feet pulsed and shook, almost causing Zeke to lose his balance, and the lights atop the tower suddenly snuffed.
Whoa, Smokey, I don't like this at all. We need to go. All right, almost home. Quiet now.
Doing his best to calm the adrenaline now coursing through his veins, Zeke stashes his bike and neatly hides his Walkman in his clothes before heading in.
Hey, Papa.
Hey, pal. Time for lights out, okay? I gotta be up in the morning. You're kidding. How does that Yes, I understand. I'll be right there.
Pop?
Sorry, bud. Something big at work. They need all hands. You and Smokey sleep tight, all right? Don't stay up just 'cause your old man ain't around.
Yes, Papa.
Not Ezekiel. But you too, Smokey.
His father would not return until the late hours of the following evening. He never seemed to show interest in the events of that night. But Zeke, on the other hand, relived them daily in his mind. Had anyone else seen something?
All right, Smokey. First day of school. You remember what I said. Good boy. Mr. Jansen has some water for you. Maybe if you behave, he'll have some jerky too. Now go. Go on, get.
Welcome, everybody. I can already tell we have a musical bunch, and I hope we can all band together. I know. I see many of you have your instruments today. What better way to start off than with a little talent show? Show us what you got. First, Brandon with the trumpet. All right, now Andrea on the flute. Okay, Ezekiel with a banjo.
Yeah, Miss Ferris. It's electric.
So it's plugged in?
All battery, ma'am.
I think we can make that work. I guess we got a banjo this year.
All right, kids. Gym's off limits today. Let's get out there and break a sweat. Today we're playing soccer. Also, last period of the day, so no bloody lips or anything.
Soccer? Ugh.
Over here! Hey, over here!
Pass the ball!
Pass the ball!
Hey, new kid, what was that? This isn't football.
Come on!
You have to go for the ball, Zeke!
Kick it here! Hey, me! Oh, ow, ah!
Ezekiel, second warning. This isn't a contact sport, pal.
Pass the ball over here.
Last warning.
I'm open.
Handball! Zeke, you can't catch the ball. Free kick.
Mr. Barry, what do you mean? I see him doing it.
He's the goalkeeper. He's supposed to hold the ball. It's part of the rules. Ezekiel! Principal's office, now! And get that dog out of here.
Yes, sir.
Dejected, Zeke makes his way to the office, tail between his legs.
Yes, how can I help you?
Mr. Barry sent me to see Mr. Horgan.
Mr. Horgan, I'm sending in...
Zeke Reynolds.
Zeke Reynolds. Mr. Barry sent him. Right through that door.
Come in. Mr. Reynolds, you're the new kid, right? What can I do for you? Say, is your father that southern fella?
Yeah, he is. And, actually, I'm probably here to apologize.
So what seems to be the problem? Why'd Mr. Barry send you over?
Well, sir, we were out there playing soccer, and, my dog, Smokey, he kind of ran onto the field and maybe, popped the ball.
Now tell me, why on earth is your dog at school?
I swear, sir, he's a good boy, and he usually stays behind Mr. Jansen's shed.
Does Jansen know about this? A vicious dog? You know how many letters we could get from angry parents.
I swear, sir, he ain't vicious. He just want to play some.
Now, I'm sure he's a very good boy, but the parents don't know that.
I promise you, sir, it won't happen again.
Now look, I've been the new kid before. It's hard to make friends, I get it. That's why this is your one and only warning. Don't make me get your father involved.
Oh, no, wait, you mean...
Now listen, he can stay, but I don't want to see him, I don't want to hear him, and I certainly don't want to smell him.
I promise you, sir, you won't. Thank you kindly.
All right. Now, get out of here. You're free to go.
Close call there, buddy. What were you thinking? First day of school, and I'm already in trouble. Thanks a lot, bud. Yeah. Let's go see what Buck's up to.
After narrowly escaping any real punishment, Zeke and Smokey begin the ride home along the graveyard where Bison now graves.
I can't shake it, Smokey. What the hell happened the other night? How does someone even get up there?
Zeke and Smokey pause to stare up at the venting towers, now fully visible in the broad daylight, when something catches Smokey's attention.
What is it, buddy? There ain't no way. Whoa.
Snagged low in the barbed wire fence that guarded the vast fields was a cluster of fabric, and from deep in the tall grass, Smokey emerged with something in his mouth.
Is that a headlamp? Still works. What's that?
Tossing in the breeze, the strips of shredded black fabric appeared to come from a jacket, a piece of which caught Zeke's eye.
Huh, a patch?
Pulling the fabric free, Zeke began to examine the sturdy patch sewn into the garment, as a deep unease settled into his stomach.
Well, where have I seen this before? This probably has something to do with the other night, right, boy? I hear you loud and clear, buddy. Enough trouble for one day. Let's get out of here.